thinking about Moses and how Pharaoh's daughter said, I drew him out of water. Let's take a quick look at it. So, all right, so let's go to Exodus, right? Story of Moses. Okay, so let's start from good morning. Let's look at the story of Moses today. I was thinking of the story of Moses. And here in Exodus 2, it says, and there went a man of the house of Levi. Remember how in Hebrews it says that Levi paid tithes in the loins of Abraham. It's good to always connect scripture with scripture. And there went a man of the house of Levi and took to wife a daughter of Levi. And the woman conceived and bare a son. And when she saw him that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months. And when she could not longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes and daubed it with slime and with pitch and put the child therein. And she laid it in the flags by the river's brink. This is the river Nile. Remember, the river Nile is the same river that God told Moses to go and judge. We're going to read it. And his sister, this is Moses' sister Miriam, and his sister stood afar off to wait what would be done to him. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the riverside. So the daughter of Pharaoh, she came to the river Nile. I think to first understand what I'm going to be sharing in this video is to know that nothing is inanimate in the spirit realm. The river is a living personality. Okay, so think of it that way. And she said, and the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself. This is Pharaoh that had been saying that they should kill the babies of the male babies of the Israelites. Now, from his own household, his own daughter is the one deliverance came through, right? So often you see in the Bible that where the enemy thinks he has a stronghold, God would often bring deliverance, salvation, redemption, a destruction of the enemy's plan from within that camp that looks like it's the enemy's camp, right? So the daughter of Pharaoh herself came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the riverside. And when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it. And when she had opened it, you see that's a key word. It says that, and when she saw the ark. So this is Noah, right? We know that Noah built an ark. Now, Moses' mother created an ark to protect her child in the water. Noah had an ark that protected them from the judgment that came by water. Moses was in an ark that his mother built, and that ark was on the water, right? So that he won't drown. And he says, Pharaoh's daughter, and when she had opened it, she saw the child. And behold, the babe wept. This is going to the natural maternal side of every woman. Every woman has a maternal side. And behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him and said, this is one of the Hebrews' children. She knew who it was. And she knew that her father, this is one of the Hebrews' children. She knew who it was. And she knew that her father had a decree that if it is a son, they should be killed. But if it's a daughter, they should let the daughter live. She knew. And it's not like she wasn't aware. She said, this is one of the Hebrews' children. Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter, shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew woman, that she may nurse the child for thee? Miriam. And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, go. And the maid went and called the child's mother. Mighty God. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, take this child away. This is a statement to all parents. And nurse it for me. Because sometimes people speak in the Bible and they think they are the ones speaking, but it's actually God prophesying through them. Just like Caiaphas, who was prophesying and did not know that as chief priest, he was prophesying that Jesus would die for the people. And it says, Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, take this child away and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wages. So first off the bat, All parents need to be aware that that child belongs to God. And God is basically telling you that take this child, which is God's child, take this child away and nurse it for me. Raise this child in the way of the Lord. Raise this child for me, not for you. Not for your culture, not for your ambition, not because you want to have a pilot in your family, not because you want to have an astronaut in your family, not because you have a business and you're hoping your child will take over the business. God is saying, this child is mine. Take this child away and nurse it for me, because you've come to the end of yourself. There was nothing you could do anymore. And God said, take this child away and nurse it for me, and I'll give thee thy wages. And that's what the Lord is telling parents. Take that child that he has given you, nurse it for him. Raise the child in the way of the Lord, and he would give you your wages. You would reap. He would bless you. He would give you blessings, not just from the child, but just from himself. The fact that Bible says God is looking for godly seed. The fact that you actually raised up that seed in the way of God. You nursed that child for God. Do you see? And the woman took the child and nursed it. And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And he became her son. And she called his name Moses. And she said, because I drew him out of water. Wow, Moses, because I drew him out of water. Like I said, nothing is inanimate, right? That water is a living being. And often you'll see that God would take something that emanated from something and use it to judge that thing. That river needed to be judged. That river Nile, I said it's a personality. It needed to be judged. If you check in the book of Ezekiel, it says that I'm against you, Pharaoh, who says this river is my own. The dragon in the waters, the river is my own. I've made it for myself. And God says, I'm against you, Pharaoh. Let's open to it so that it can make full sense what I'm trying to talk about. Let me see real quick.